Today we are going to extend our extend our discussion regarding our CRC. Actually, I have told you two things yesterday. One was, CRC hardware is going to be deployed at both ends. I mean, sender as well as at the receivers, right? Right. So there are two things. No? One is called as your exclusive OR, another one is called as your shift register. I have told you that what the exclusive OR is going to perform. It is just going to take 2 bits. If the bits are different, it would be providing high value, and if the bits are same, it is going to provide you the zero value. I mean the low value, right? And what the shift register is going to perform, it is going to just left shift the information. I mean, let's suppose if you're going to add some value to the register, if you're going to make it right shift or a left shift, the highest order bit would be going out of the register, and from the back another value is going to be added from that particular ejected value. Right now, let's suppose if you can see this diagram right now, this is an example of a 16-bit CRC hardware that uses 3 shift registers and 3 exclusive OR units. Right, if you can add if you can find these registers, the first register on the left hand side of 4 frames, ठीक है जी, जो second आपका है that comprises of 7 frames, and the last one comprises of 1 2 3 4 5. So total how many bits are there? 16 bits. So we can call it as a 16-bit register. Secondly, how many XOR gates are there or XOR units are there? 1 2 and 3. If you can see my cursor, this is the first XOR gate, this is the second XOR gate, and this is the third XOR gate. And we know that we are going to provide the input to this particular XOR gate from here, and the other input to this particular XOR gates are coming from the output of the shift registers. ठीक है, तो वो सारी की सारी output जो हैं वो इसके अंदर inputs जाती हैं, and then they are going to process your shift register. Now what is going to be happen? कि first of all the register values are going to be 0. ठीक है जी, आपके पास जो register की values होती हैं, if you can look upon this particular slide, we are going to compute 16-bit CRC right now. A register initialized to 0 at a very initial stage. आपके पास सारी की सारी values जो हैं register की, they become 0. Bits of message shifted in. अब actually what the value that you want to find the CRC of that particular value, वो क्या होती है? वो आपके पास input होगी through this particular XOR gate. ठीक है जी, आपके पास XOR गेट से ये वैल्यू इंटर होगी, XOR ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म होगा, एंड बिट बाय बिट वैल्यूज आर गोइंग टू बी एडेड इनसाइड दिस पर्टिकुलर शिफ्ट रजिस्टर until your all shift register is going to be filled with all these values. ठीक है, जब आपके पास 16 bits register जो वैल्यू है that is going to be popped up, ठीक है जी, popped in, sorry, तो आपके पास क्या होगा, that particular value is being called as your CRC value. ठीक है जी, CRC bits of message shifted in and CRC found in the register. दो फाइनल जो वैल्यू आपको इन सब जीरोस की जगह पे जो आपको नंबर्स नजर आ रहे होंगे, they would be called as what? They would be called as your CRC value. Now, how this CRC value is going to be calculated? By applying the XOR register or the XOR operation and the shift register values. ठीक है, ये अब इंटरनल ऑपरेशन है, दोनों हार्डवेयर परफॉर्म करते हैं. First of all, XOR operation is going to be performed, and then that XOR value would be going inside the register, and the shifting is going to be performed, and that particular value that is going out of this particular register would be acting as an input to this particular XOR gate, and again this would be acting as an input to this particular XOR gate, as well as it would be acting as a second input to this particular XOR gate. ठीक है, आपके पास एक इनपुट तो ये वाली हो जाएगी इस पर्टिकुलर XOR के लिए, और दूसरी इनपुट कहां से हो जाएगी, जो आपके पास रजिस्टर से वैल्यू आ रही है, दैट वुड बी एक्टिंग एज एन आउटपुट इनपुट टू दिस पर्टिकुलर XOR operation. So how many inputs are required, which are being required for a single XOR operation? 2. So if you can see, for the first XOR operation you have this single input, and this act as an input for the first XOR register. Second XOR register के लिए आपके पास फर्स्ट रजिस्टर की इनपुट आपके पास आउटपुट आ रही है एज एन इनपुट, और जो यहां से वैल्यू आ रही है दैट वुड बी एक्टिंग एज एन इनपुट टू दिस पर्टिकुलर XOR रजिस्टर, राइट, and sorry XOR operation. And then for the third XOR operation, the output of the second register would be acting as an input to the third XOR operation, and the output of the last register would be acting as an input to this particular XOR operation. So this is the complete mechanism how the CRC value is going to be calculated at the sender's end. Is that clear? ठीक है जी, अब आ जाएं इसकी डिटेल के ऊपर. Now see, combining building blocks, if we have input data is all ones, CRC shown after 15, 16, 17 bits are going to be shifted. Feedback introduce zeros in the CRCs. ठीक है, अब ये आपके पास पूरे का पूरा प्रोसीजर जो है ये फॉलो हो रहा है. I mean, if you are going to input of bits that is going to be inserted in the first I mean to say that XOR operation, ये आपके पास दूसरा XOR operation है और यही आपके पास तीसरी डायग्राम के अंदर ये आपके पास शो हो रहा है. I mean this is the complete mechanism that is going to be calculated, and finally the value that you can see onto your screen, that value would be called as your CRC value. ठीक है, ये आपके हार्डवेयर ने एक वैल्यू को कैलकुलेट किया, that is called as your cyclic redundancy check, and this value would be sent to the receiver. आपके पास let's suppose कंप्यूटर A है और दूसरा कंप्यूटर B है. कंप्यूटर A के अंदर ये सारा का सारा ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म हुआ. I mean this whole operation is going to be performed at the sender's end. Once it is going to be performed, that particular value would be sent to the receiver. At the receiver's end, the same mechanism is going to be performed by their own bits. ठीक है, वहां पे जो आपके पास original values होंगी, they are going to perform the same operation, and then that particular CRC value that has been found at the receiver's end will be compared with the CRC value that has been sent from the sender. If both values are same, I mean the bit values are same, this means that your data has not been modified. There must not be any error inside your data. But if there is some issue with the two values, I mean sender and the receiver CRC, this means that your data has been modified. There is some error inside your data. So this is how your cyclic redundancy check hardware works at both the ends. I mean at the sender's end as well as at the receiver's end. So then we have to move further. And then we have to discuss regarding the point-to-point communication. Now see, first of all, I would like to tell you regarding the types of error. CRC can detect the following errors better than the checksum. अब देखें checksum में आपके पास कुछ ना कुछ demerits थे that we have discussed yesterday in the last class. Now CRC is going to overcome those particular errors. CRC can detect the following errors better than the checksum. Vertical errors occurs due to hardware failures, for example damage second bit of every characters. And second one is called as your burst errors, changing a small set of bits near a specific location caused by lightning, electric motors or start etc. Now see, there are two types of error. One is called as your single bit error, another one is called as your vertical error, and third one is called as your burst errors. अब सिंगल बिट एरर का मैंने आपको बताया था, what was that single bit error, I mean let's suppose if single bit is going to be modified, that can be detected by your parity bit. ठीक है, लेकिन अगर एक से ज्यादा बिट आपके पास मॉडिफाई होती हैं, if more than one bits are going to be modified, they are going to be decided or they are going to be find out by or they are going to be detected by the burst errors. Right now what are the vertical errors? अब देखें vertical errors की example मैं आपको इस तरह से दूंगा कि let's suppose if you have 8 bytes or 4 there is a row of 4 bits and इस तरह से हम 10 rows हैं हमारे पास. ठीक है, उन 10 rows के अंदर आपके पास जो हर एक byte की first 2 bits हैं, they are going to be modified or there is some error inside the data, and if we are going to place them in a single row, so all these errors would be coming in a single row. So that is why vertically, so that is why they are being called as the vertical errors. I mean occurs due to hardware failure or only the first 2 bits of that particular byte are going to be modified or contain certain sort of error. तो अगर हम उनको one by one रखेंगे, I mean we are going to put the first byte at the number first location, second in the second location, third in the third location in a vertical way. तो आपके पास जो पहली 2 bits होंगी हर एक byte की, they are going to represent some sort of error inside your frame. So this sort of mechanism or this sort of error detection is called as your vertical error detection. ठीक है जी. और burst error आपके पास क्या होता है कि let's suppose if you have 4, 5 or the whole byte of data is going to be which contains certain sort of error. If we are going to detect certain sort of error, they are being called as your burst errors, right? So these are the errors which are going to be detected by your CRC, right? Which is checksum is not capable enough to detect these vertical errors as well as your burst errors, right? So now we are moving towards the frame format and the error detection. Right, modified frame format including CRC. Error in frame typically causes receiver to discard frame. Is byte stuffing also required for CRC itself? Now, one thing I would like to tell you, how your frame format would look like. I mean, if you can look upon this particular diagram, आपके पास क्या क्या आपको नजर आ रहा है? I mean, you can see two things. I mean, forget about the CRC. If you can look upon the SOH, EOT, and in between you have the data. So you can easily interpret there are two control bits. The one is called as your start of frame, another one is called as your end of frame, right? In between you have the block data with byte stuffing. I mean the data that you are going to send over the network, that is your actual data, which might contain the byte stuffing. Why we are going to put the byte stuffing here? I already discussed with you, I already explained you that there might be the possibility certain sort of start of bits or end of bit mechanism can be arise during the communication. तो उस चीज को overcome करने के लिए we are going to add byte stuffing to our data. Now, apart from that, a new thing that is going to be added with your frame at the end of the frame is called as your CRC. And CRC, I have explained you completely in the previous slide that CRC stands for cyclic redundancy check. अब CRC हमने कितनी bits पे calculate की थी? 16 bits के ऊपर. That means 2 bytes, 8 bytes और 8 bytes की आपके पास 8 bits और 8 bits के दो आपके पास bytes हैं. So they are completely 16 bits of data that is going to be calculated by using CRC. तो अब ये complete frame जो आपका है, that would be sent over the media to the receiver. ठीक है जी, रिसीवर एंड के ऊपर जाके जैसे ही आपके पास ये रिसीव होगा, दैट CRC हैज टू बी डिटैच्ड फ्रॉम दिस पर्टिकुलर फ्रेम. ठीक है जी, इस फ्रेम से आपके पास ये CRC वैल्यू को डिटैच कर लिया जाएगा एंड देन दैट पर्टिकुलर डेटा, I mean upon that particular data again a new CRC value would be calculated at the receiver's end. आपके पास एक new CRC value calculate होगी by using the same mechanism that I have told you. I mean I have told you कि आपके पास shift register use हो रहा है, आपके पास XOR operation use हो रहा है. The combination of these two things, they are going to calculate a new value of CRC at the receiver's end. अब होगा क्या? The CRC that is being calculated at the receiver's end and the CRC that has been arrived with the sender's data, right? They both are going to be compared. If the values are same, this means that your data has not been modified. But if the values are different, this means that your data has been changed. अब आते हैं LAN technologies के ऊपर. LAN technologies are something and network topologies. I have told you that LAN is the very renowned technology that is, or very renowned network that is being used today in all over the world. I mean, if you are talking about a local area network as a network which are going to combine multiple computer by using a central device, that is a switch or a hub, and all these computers are being connected with a central device and can share the resources. That's what the LAN is. I mean, that definition I have told you. And what is a network topology? Network topology is a mechanism through which your computers can be arranged inside a network. I mean, what might be the structure of those particular computers which might be arranged inside a network? कि हमने अपने computers को कैसे arrange करना है? Whether they would be arranged in the form of star topology, whether they would be arranged in the form of bus topology, whether they would be combined or arranged in the form of mesh topology. I mean, what the structure would be, that has to be decided by the network topology. कि topology आपके पास कैसी होनी चाहिए, ठीक है? तो आ जाए नेक्स्ट स्लाइड के ऊपर। Most networks are local and are designed to share resources among multiple computers. We know that most of your computers, most of your networks are local. I mean, if you're talking about your home networks, your departmental network like software engineering, जो भी आपकी labs होती हैं, उनमें जो भी networks होते हैं, उनको आप WAN कभी नहीं कहेंगे. You will not never call them as a WAN. They are all LANs, local area networks, right? Why they are called as LAN? I have already told you that your switch always works on your data link layer and it is a LAN device, not a WAN device, right? Hardware technologies used for local area networks allows multiple devices to connect with a shared network, right? The computer must take turns using the shared medium. अब देखें जो last point है ना, last point is very important because it is going to tell you that the computer must take turns using the shared medium. I mean, if your LAN is being connected with the bus topology, अगर आपका जो लैन है या कंप्यूटर्स हैं वो बस टोपोलॉजी की अरेंजमेंट में कनेक्टेड हैं तो इट मस्ट बी द आई मीन इट मस्ट वी मस्ट हैव टू टेक अंडर कंसीडरेशन दैट every computer has to send or receive the data when it will receive its turn. ऐसा नहीं है कि whensoever any computer wants to send the data, it would send the data over the network, and whensoever he wants to receive the data, he can receive the data over the network. The reason is the topology is different. The topology is bus topology. In the bus topology, what is going to be happen? Your medium is shared. I mean, एक central transmission media होगा जिसके साथ आपके सारे 8, 10, 5 और 6 computers are connected with that particular shared medium, and that shared medium is only allow that computer which is going to send over the network which has a particular signal. I mean to say that अगर एक computer A wants to send data to computer C, I mean let's suppose there are 3 computers which are being connected with a bus topology. ठीक है, एक LAN बस LAN के अंदर connected है. अब होगा क्या कि अगर कंप्यूटर A ने कंप्यूटर C को डेटा भेजना है, right? So what is going to be happen? Computer A first check whether the medium is free to send the data or not. If it is free, I mean there is no signal on that particular media, then computer A would send the data of the over the medium, and then that particular data would be received at the receiver's end and fine. Once the medium is free, then some other computer will get its turn to send the data over that particular medium. It is not possible that at a single time multiple computers can share the same medium. That is the drawback of the bus topology. ठीक है, लेकिन अगर आपके पास स्टार टोपोलॉजी है, that must not be the case. ठीक है, आपकी bandwidth shared होती है, every computer can send the data, every computer can receive the data. That must not be the case in the star topology. So the computers must take turns using the shared medium. I mean हर एक कंप्यूटर की अपनी टर्न होगी अगर वो एक shared medium को एक्सेस कर रहे हैं, right? So this is regarding the introduction. So we have a concept that is called as your point-to-point communication or direct communication. देखें, एक आपके पास होती है point-to-point communication. What I mean by the point-to-point communication? When two computers are being connected with each other directly, that's what you can call it as a point-to-point communication. और दूसरी आपके पास होती है point to many. I mean one computer is being connected with many computers by using a central device. That is called as a star topology. That is called as a switch. ठीक है, but right now we are discussing with the point to point communication. Now each communication channel connects exactly two computers, right, from a mesh or a point to point network. Mesh is another name of a point to point communication in which every computer in a network is connected with another computer directly once. Make sure directly once. If you can see in this particular diagram, अगर हम कंप्यूटर आई मीन डायग्राम ए की बात करें तो देयर आर टू कंप्यूटर्स व्हिच आर कनेक्टेड विद ईच अदर डायरेक्टली. दिस इज अ पॉइंट टू पॉइंट कनेक्शन. इफ वी हैव अ कंप्यूटर बी, if we can look upon computer B, I mean diagram number B, in which we have the three computers and all these computers are connected with each other directly, right? आपके पास फर्स्ट कंप्यूटर सेकंड से कनेक्टेड है, सेकंड थर्ड से कनेक्टेड है डायरेक्टली, और फर्स्ट जो है वो आपके पास थर्ड से कनेक्टेड है. दिस इज गोइंग टू शो यू द डायरेक्ट कनेक्टिविटी बिटवीन कंप्यूटर्स, राइट? एंड इफ यू कैन लुक अपॉन द डायग्राम नंबर सी, तो वहां पे आप देखें कि यू हैव फोर कंप्यूटर्स एंड ऑल दीज कंप्यूटर्स आर कनेक्टेड विद ईच अदर individually. So this is what the point to point connectivity is. There is no any central device. I mean only two computers are connected with each other with a single connection, not more than one connection, right? So this is what you can call it as a point-to-point connection. Now see, what is the advantages? The connection type of individual connections can be different, right? Individual connections can choose a different frame format, error detection mechanisms, etc. Easy to enforce security and privacy. I mean, we know that we just need to manage only two computers. हमें 2000 ऑफ कंप्यूटर्स को मैनेज नहीं करना, हमने एक कंप्यूटर से दूसरे कंप्यूटर के साथ जो कनेक्टिविटी देनी है उनके लिए हमें जस्ट दो कंप्यूटर्स को मैनेज करना है. तो it is totally depends upon the network administrator how he is going to manage those two computers. I mean उसमें वो frame format कौन सा सेट करता है, error detection mechanism कौन सा सेट करता है, it totally depends upon that particular person, right? And we can easily enforce certain sort of security and privacy measures over those particular networks, because we know that these are the two computers which are directly connected and the data has to be crossed through this particular medium. इसके अलावा आपका डेटा कहीं और से routed होके नहीं आएगा. तो we know that if there is some problem, the problem is with the same transmission media. So it is easy to maintain the security and privacy in these point-to-point communication link. These are the certain advantages. अब इसके आ जाएं disadvantages के ऊपर. What are the disadvantages of these particular network which are point-to-point communication? The number of connections grows more rapidly than the number of computers. I mean, आपके पास जितना एक कंप्यूटर बढ़ेगा तो आपके पास दो connections और create हो जाएंगे और ये दो numbers of connections. So number of connections are growing more rapidly than the number of computers. Let's suppose we have n computers, and let's suppose how we are going to find the connections for n computers. N is the number of computers. Let's suppose if we have three number of computers. So 3 square, n square minus n upon 2. So if you're going to square 3, it becomes 9. 9 minus 3 becomes 6. And 6, when it becomes divided by 2, it becomes 3, right? So if you have three computers, you might have the three connections, right? So most connections use the same physical path and they are a bit expensive. So most connections use the same physical path, and this topology is a bit expensive. I mean, point-to-point communication is a bit expensive. Why it is bit now? What is the disadvantages? Adding a new computer to the network requires n-1 new connections. अब देखें यहाँ पे let's suppose there are two computers at location 1 and the location 2 might have the three computers, right? You can see how many direct links are there: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, to just connect two computers which are at the location 1 and at the location 2 there are three computers. To connect them we require 6 different connections, right? We require how much connections? 6 different connections. So let's suppose if there are 2000 computers at location 1 and 4000 computers at location 2. So do you think that how many connections are required to connect these two locations if we have the point-to-point connectivity? I mean, only one computer would be connected with another computer. No third connection is required with that particular computer. So it is a very messy and it is a very difficult process to connect between multiple computers. If you have a smaller network, that is fine. अगर आपके पास 2, 3 या 4 computers हैं, if you want to make a point-to-point connection, that would be fine. That would also be, not costly. But if you have the enterprise level networks, आपके पास बहुत बड़े networks हैं, तो उसमें अगर आपने इस तरह का network बनाना है, तो it would be creating a lot of problem or lot of hassle for you. How it will be look like? Something like that. The result to connect 2000 computers at one location and the other 4000 computers at some other location. If you want to connect them, you will find such type of hassle inside your building or inside your organization. You have a lot of wires. You don't know which computer is being connected with which another computer. I mean, this is a messy or this is a very difficult to connect lot of computers with each other by using a point-to-point connectivity. So this is all regarding our today's lecture, right? The summary is CRC hardware component we have discussed today. I mean, how the CRC works, how the CRC hardware works. Then we have discussed different sort of frame format and the CRC, how the CRC is being appended with your frame format and how it is being transmitted from source to destination. Then we have discussed so far regarding the LAN technologies and the network topologies. We have given the general idea regarding what is LAN. I already discussed with you, and then we have discussed the network topologies also. Then we have discussed direct point-to-point communication. I mean, how the point-to-point communication is helpful and what are the disadvantages of point-to-point communication.